months ago, I was between hardcourts and I was working at Rumours, and Peter Forbes came up to me and asked me to run a rent roll, and I said no, I didn't want to do it. And he eventually convinced me into it, and cut a long story short, I ran into Clayton Barnes and at the boxing and told him we were going to build a rent roll, and Peter ended up buying his rent roll, and Clayton's out of real estate now. He's still as in a rental manager. And then we were trying to find business, so we went to all these seminars, and we bought a scooter, and we started letterbox drops, and all I was doing was getting sunburned and falling off the damn thing, and the letterbox drops just don't work. Everyone just sorts their mail out and throws it in the bin, so what else are we going to do, you know? So the scooter's now retired. It's sitting in the foyer at work. We'll probably just use it when we list a property, just do the 20-20-20 around the property. And I was walking down the street at election time in March, and we were doing a little thing called Falls Friday, where we just say, open houses on Saturday this time, this time, this time. We just had the same stock, and we were doing the same open houses. And it was pretty boring, actually, the show. So
when you say you were walking down the street, what do you mean you were walking down the street talking about houses? What, just grabbing people as they were walking past?
Oh no, well, I was walking down the street and I ran into Greg Johnson, and he said to me, he said, are you going to run for council? I said, no, I'm not. And then I just came up with an idea to interview the councillors to get away from the real estate, because people are sick, you know, people only want to talk real estate when they're at a party. You know, you might say a real estate agent say that's market. They don't like phone calls, they don't like stuff getting in their letterbox. So I invited Heather Woodcraft in, she was running for council, then I just invited a few other guys to come in, Jeff McDonald, and I was just giving information about the councillors, because the council elections were just like today, what's happening, it's just like a golden cup. It was like, I think there's 38 candidates running for 10 positions, and people didn't know who they were. So, and we started getting views. We started to get more people watching the channel. I thought, okay.
We're baby boomer society here. What do views mean?
Oh, the views on Facebook, sorry. So it's Facebook driven, and I use it as my platform to put the show on, and then I back it up onto YouTube. So anyhow, what happened next? I've been to a seminar, and I saw this guy at Caboolture. He's got a station called Caboolture 4510 TV. So, and I was telling him I get involved in the community. I call the Carnival Flowers Parade. I'm doing bits and pieces. He said, you've got to have a look at my TV station. And they were doing good stuff. They do interviews with schools. There might be a house fire. They stop and report on the house fire. And really interesting stuff. And so I just, Easter Saturday, I just quickly put this together. I had an interview from a good friend of mine, Greg Johnson, who's with the SOR Foundation, that tests kids' eyes for free, and they supply spectacles for them. And from there I called the wedding singer, Andrew Cutts, for an interview. He didn't know what I was doing. And then I got Big Owie in to talk about his weight loss, and then I talked to the security guard, Big Dog Security, and all of a sudden I got 9,000 views. So 9,000 people had watched, or the video had been watched 9,000 times on Facebook. And I thought, I'm onto something here. And I thought, I'll just keep going. And we came up with the artwork, and it was going from 500 people following to 600. And then Pete started doing Dolby 4405 TV out of Dolby, because Dolby's going through some really bad times at the moment. It's starting to get more positive now. There's a solar farm being established here, a wind farm, and you know, there's probably a better feeling out in town than what there was 12 months ago. So this is a prospecting tool. That's what it was for, to get more people to know our name, because Forbes Realty, no one it was hard to get business. It was hard to get a listing because they didn't know us, and you'd probably lose it. You lose it to big companies. So what I did, I was at home, I was watching the ladies, and I saw Naomi Hazelhurst, and she got the Hall of Fame. And she said, we need a channel that tells good stories about people, because there's so much crap out there, there's so much rubbish on TV. So with that, I saw an interview with Gary Wilson from Gelatissimo, and he was talking about the City Heart. how we'd struggle, and we worried about shopping out and what's going on. So I raced down to Salt Gary with Christine, and we did a segment, and this is a really big segment, but we did 3 minutes and 30 businesses in 30 days in the month of June to wrap up the financial year on the CBD. And my Facebook page was just going crazy. It was the numbers were just building. It was quite phenomenal actually. Then people were starting to say, "Oh, can you help me find a commercial property? I've got a property that I need a tenant in. Can you help me?" And the business started coming that way. And I tell you what, it's more fun doing this than picking up the phone and going, "Hello, it's Daryl from Forbes Realty." You know, but when I say 435 TV, it just gets me through the door because I'm giving something back. I don't charge for the interviews, and all I'm doing is just getting people to talk about what they do. And the Market Street thing was everyone down the CBD is scared of Grand Central, what's going to happen there, you know. And there's some really good smart traders downtown, really good smart traders. So it's given them profile. From there I back it up onto YouTube, and I have even given some people a USB. And it's like what Stephen said. They've got now a little resume. It's a 5-minute thing that talked about their business that they can then put onto their LinkedIn page and share what they do. And it has sort of blown me away. I hadn't realised what I've got here, and I don't know where I'm going. I sort of know where I'm going, but there's more things to come next year. So it is primarily a prospecting tool for the business. It is also a bit of fun because working property management is great, isn't it? All that paperwork. And plus I'm doing it all on my own. I don't have any admin or anything. I'm managing 100 properties. So I've got my hands pretty full. And that's where I'm going with that. So we didn't play the little intro.
Do you want to play that now?
Yeah, I'll just play a little. I caught up with Ian Stewart last night. He's promoting, I call him the entertainment promoter, but we did a big thing at Powerhouse just a couple of weeks ago, hacked the place, an 80s night. But this is what we did last night, just to give it a sample. Coming back very shortly. Coming back, we've got another party going on. Okay. Back! My God, it's back! Right up the intro. Welcome back to the show. Daryl Nicholson, I just bumped that bloody thing.
The old camera stand button.
Old camera stand button. In studio, eh?
Good to see you again, UK.
We're back to the Blue Bar.
We are Blue Bar again, and
Yeah, so the idea is that, and I did this on the weekend, I went to St Thomas More's Faith. There was a young couple there who just started a business called, I can't think of what the business is called, but they make stuff that you can wash yourself in the shower, and the husband makes frames out of old timber, and I just actually pulled the stand up and just started talking to them straight away. And it gives them some exposure to the business because they just started out. And it's just my way of giving back to the community, I guess. And people are tuning into this now. When I say tune in, they're on Facebook, 6 o'clock in the morning, I usually got a story up and running. And I'm just sharing people's experiences of what they're doing, just some good stuff, because there is a lot of bad stuff they do in the world. So that's sort of it in a nutshell. Any questions that I can sort of answer that people might have? And I do want to do a story on the hospice.
yeah, absolutely. We'd love to
Because,
see.
you know, there's my daughter's stepfather he's just been diagnosed a couple of months, and I know he's on his journey to the end of it too, you know. And I know that, you know, it's just a good story. What you do is amazing.
Yeah, we're pretty proud of it. Can I just ask, you do, like, on your YouTube, like, your Facebook, you do the advertising too? Like, if we wanted to advertise,
Yeah.
while you've got the show happening, you know, people could pay for an ad to go on there.
Yeah.
Or have that.
But basically, the content of what I'm doing is it's the interviews. There's no paid advertising.
Okay.
My next step next year, I've registered the name. I've got it under ASIC, and I've registered some websites. So there'll be a website next year, and that'll be value where I can say,
Well, yeah.
yeah, the going website, and I will copy what Moranfield 4510 as well, where they've got, he's got direct link to the traffic centre, so people are on his website, check out the traffic, they can check out the weather. And,
What, from checking out Caboolture traffic?
yeah, Caboolture traffic, well, it's linked into Brisbane, and they can search. Somehow he's got it linked to all the camera, to the cameras there, and can get all the reports. And that's, he's been doing that for 10 years, and I wish I did this 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, my mentor told me in 2008 to get me behind video. Now video technology is, everyone's doing videos now, it's great. And people are time poor, they've got a lot of time to read stuff, they want to see a quick video. And this is what this is, it's a 5-minute segment each morning, just about people. It is about people. But my daughter, she jumped in the car the other day, she goes, Wayne's sick. What's life about there? And I said, well, whenever I go to a funeral, it's about relationships. They just talk about the relationships that someone had. Then I took her down to the farmers markets, and I met a guy down there who buys turkeys one day, and he grows them organic, just feeds them natural stuff. Then he slaughters them and turns them into sausages. And he said to me, Daryl, I was on an aeroplane, and I had 6 rental properties. The guy said, what do you do? This guy said next to me. He said, I do nothing, I've just got 6 rental properties. He goes, you've got to have a purpose. So he found his purpose in breeding his turkeys and some of them off. And that's what I said to my daughter, life's about relationships.
Hang on, did you really just say someone found their purpose in breeding turkeys?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And he's making money. And turkey meat is apparently really, really good.
Yeah, it's actually quite healthy.
Yeah.
Less fat in it than chicken and turkey.
Yeah, and the sausage, he said, oh, these sausages, I make these sausages, and I'm good sausages. Weight Watchers tell me they're really bad. But these sausages are really good. They're good for you. And I'm just talking to Dave before, he's got golf buddies that he's racking up and he's trying to find a market. Mate, there's another story. Because people don't know.
Come on out.
People don't know. And I was down the street with Jeff McDonald on the 10th of June, it was my birthday, and we were doing some muck around Margaret Street, and he said, come with me, Nick. And we went upstairs to above the White Horse, and the Australian Cultural Library is up there. I didn't know it was there. And when I tell people, they go, what? I said, they've got Australian gramophone records, they've got Australian papers, it's all old stuff. So I want to find the secrets and tell people about the secrets, because there's a lot of stuff to do on the weekends for free. And there's no excuse to sit on the couch anymore and just say there's nothing to do until tomorrow. And every Friday I do a segment, I might have a glass of wine, I call it What's Up. And I just talk about what's going on. And I'm amazed how much stuff goes on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. And it is free. Yeah. So with that, I've partnered up with Power FM, and I've also partnered up with Barry Knights from Global Source Solutions and Power TV. He's got a 24-hour TV channel he's putting together. And 2017, we'll get that project up and running, and we'll still do it on real estate. I'll have to get an admin person. Because the paperwork's just unreal. Government, what they do with paperwork is just ridiculous. Any other questions?
Why? What would make you wake up one morning and say, I might go out with my camera and walk down the street and talk to someone about something totally random, for want of a better word?
Yeah, well, I guess when I watched the Logies and I saw Naomi Hazelhurst go into the Hall of Fame, and just her comment just hit me, and she said, I want a channel that runs 24 hours that does good stories on good people. And that was my driver. I just thought, I can do this. I can do this in a local content, and I know I can go worldwide. And I know I did the Carnival Flowers Parade, where I sat on stage and I live streamed it, and people in the Philippines were watching it, Russia, and I just got 100 likes within an hour for the page. So that was the inspiration, was Naomi Hazelhurst, I guess, just to tell good stories.
Okay,
so it's quite easy to tell bad stories.
Okay, fair enough. So what, you're a born storyteller?
In real estate, and well, we'll agree with this, you've got to be a storyteller. You've got to tell stories to people about experiences in real estate, and I've been an entertainer like yourself, Steve. I started at McDonald's, and then I went into Rivers International, and it was funny, Darren called me Nico before. We went remember we went to school together, and Ian calls me Nico at the beginning, because that was my entertainer's name, and it's still used. So yeah, I love telling stories, and I love telling good stories. Because as I said, there's just so much bad stuff out there. And there's a lot of good people in this world doing some good things. And it's just worth recognising.
Okay. And you're saying business-wise, it's a success?
Business-wise, my boss is still wanting that $1 million listing to come in. That hasn't come in. You know, someone wants to sell a house at $1 million. But I guess with the property management, I get paid each month. And the phone rang the other day, and some people have seen this. And I've got 3 rental properties out of Cambodia because of it. And a lady I worked with at Ergon didn't know what I was doing. It just happened to find this, found out I was a property manager. Helped her to get a tenant into her place out of Kingsthorpe. So in that regard, it's building the rent roll, and it'd be nice to get that $1 million listing, but that'll come. That'll come. Might come in another 100 videos. That's right.
Okay, so you're making moderate returns from it. How invested are you in this time-wise? Because time's the biggest investment.
Yeah, time-wise, I virtually get out on a Saturday. Saturday I'm out and about going to the markets, or a Thursday evening, for example. I went down to the markets last Thursday and I wrapped up 7 stories. So that gives me a week's content. And it's just quick to edit because it's all one take. And I've got the intro, I've got the content, and I've got the outro. And it only takes me a few. The hardest part's, the longest part's the upload. With the ambience better at home than downtown for some reason. So time-wise, probably on a Saturday, I'll probably spend about 3 or 4 hours on a Saturday just looking for content. And I've got a truckload of emails of people who want to come on the show, so I've got to follow them back up. You know when you fall sick, I got a hernia operation, it just put me behind. I was ahead, and then it just threw me out of action for a little while because I couldn't drive for a week. And I was grounded at home. The wife said you can't go anywhere, and I lived at Prince Henry Heights, and you just can't exactly go to a coffee shop from there. So yeah, that drove me nuts, and I lost a bit of content there. So the time-wise, 3 to 4 hours on a Saturday, getting out and about.
Okay, so you said it started as a prospecting thing, but it's morphing into something else. What's your...
I guess the joint venture now with Power FM and with Global Store Solutions and Power TV that Barry's got is that we'll have packages. We're nutting all our packages together now where we can go to a business and we can say we've got the 4350, we've got the 4350 TV website, we've got Power FM, which has got 13% of the listening audience. That would be correct, Steve? 13%. Plus they've got 30,000 people listening online. Barry's growing his Power TV channel, so that's coming together because we're getting content now to add to that. So we'll have a package where we can give them three streams for a very, very good price. There's a business downtown, they're spending $1,000 a month with Win TV, and they're not getting anywhere. And with us, they probably spend about $300, and they'll get somewhere with us. And they'll get back up on YouTube, they'll get USB, and we could even manage their Facebook pages if they wanted to as well. Barry's got the capability to do that. I'm flat out managing the 5 I look after. Because I'm involved with City Heart as well, I manage that in the Margaret Street markets. So there's a fair bit that I'm doing there as well. So that's the vision for next year, is to turn it into a commercial thing and help people get the name out. And I guess I took some wise counsel from Andrew Byland. He was the head of the Chamber of Commerce. He said to me, Daryl, just don't go to small businesses. Keep yourself way out, you know. So I'm knocking on the doors of Grand Central and the other shopping centres as well. I know I've looked at the back end. You can get into the back end of Facebook, and I've had Melanie Jarvis from Shop My Town show me how to do that. And I've got a very large female audience watching because I did a story on a Vietnam veteran. It was my father-in-law actually who fought a battle, and only 200 people watched it on Vietnam Veterans Day. You've interviewed a lady who's got a spa downtown, the Oasis upstairs. She got like 4,000 views. So primarily got a large female audience watching. But who is the decision maker in real estate?
Who is the decision maker in real estate?
Do you think the civic Daryl that you like recommending setting up your Facebook and that, have you got to do them in a different way, say as in a motel business to real estate business to trucking business or something like that, or but, is there anything specific that you were saying setting it up that you should?
No, all the Facebook have all got the same settings. They just push you into different categories. And I call this entertainment, because it is entertainment. But yeah, no, all the categories that Facebook have, all the settings are the same for everyone to set up. It's not a friend. I mean, I've got my personal one where it's a friend, but this is like an entertainment category where it's a page that people like. They don't actually friend you.
Yeah.
They friend you as a. And some people, I've seen some businesses set up as a friend. I'm like, that's not really the way to do it. It's got to be put in the lights. And plus, you can boost these ads too. You can boost a story. So like Ian will, with this one here, this is for another event on the 26th of November. He's doing, we took the Malibu beach party, taking everyone back to the 80s when I was a DJ there, and we want them to dress up and wear their beach gear and just have some fun, just escape for a while. And we know it'll be safe because the crowd we're dealing with, they're going to be in that range of, probably 25 to my age, 52. Mums and dads will bring their kids and say, this is where we used to come. And Ian will boost this, so he'll throw some money behind the interview, and you can target where you want it to go. So we might throw some money at it to go to Dolby, because there's a fairly big crowd used to driving from Dolby to Rumours and Narragansett in the 80s, or even Brisbane. I mean, a friend of mine is in Brisbane said, man, your channel, people are just talking about it down there. Like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And yeah, so I guess to answer your question, they're all, the settings are all there, they're all set up, and you just put the category you want to be in. Settings for Facebook. I mean, on Facebook you've got to do something every day with, and it's just finding that time. I remember when I first started doing it, we were doing an event at Rumours, we were doing an 80s party, Jim had, the floods just happened, it was a really crap year for everyone in Toowoomba, and I said to Jim, let's do an 80s party, and he was a bit scared, and I drove it on Facebook every night for like 2 months, and we got a really big result out of it, and it was because of Facebook. And I don't think you can spend any money boosting it back then, because boosting's only just really come in the last 12 to 18 months with Facebook to pay. And that's where they make their money. That's why it's free.
It's a cash cow.
Yeah.
Facebook it's difficult to know Facebook go because it's still a private company. You really don't know whether they're profitable or not.
Yeah.
And usually that's a sign that they're trying to monetize it a little bit more. And there's some predictions that they'll float and go public and all the rest of it. And once that happens, bigger players buy into it. Google will be one of them, because Google wants to own the world. And now, since Google took over YouTube, you'll see that there's lots more ads now, unless you subscribe, to get rid of the ads. So traditional advertising, people are switching off. The first thing you do when you're watching YouTube now, and it says skip ad in 3 seconds, what do people do? They skip the ad. If you don't skip the ad and you let it play through, the person who placed the ad actually gets some remuneration from the channel. But the stats are very, very low. People are saying 4 seconds is too long. So let's skip it to 2. So the traditional, that's bad news for the traditional way of advertising, which is people switching off and away from ads. And that was paid television's big book when it launched. We're subscription based, we've got no ads. Well, guess what? In 2 years, we had to have ads because we needed to get rid of them. So, but at the end of the day, what you're doing is very clever.
So this is called Backscratchers, and if anyone wants to do a story,
Is there any groups that are setting them up for people for in different businesses, or like anyone that's doing that type of
to drive a Facebook page.
Yeah.
Yeah, Heather Woodcraft is doing it, and she's working with a company out. But she started, Rebecca Askin, I think she's got back into real estate, but we started a little business to help people drive their Facebook pages. Barry will do it at my studio, at my office.
Carolyn does it,
Who does it?
Carolyn Brown, yeah.
Yeah, he's not.
There's a couple of people around town doing courses that you can go to too. Steve, we had him here at one stage. Steve, forgotten his last name, the young car salesman person.
Steve Clayton.
Steve Clayton, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he does Facebook courses maybe once every 3 months, where you can go along and learn how to advertise on Facebook.
Someone's doing it in different areas.
I mean, Brian White from Bray White, someone drives his Facebook, he doesn't do it.
Okay,
Someone-
so
Mike Green from Hardboards, he doesn't drive his Facebook, he's got someone doing it.
okay, so we've got like 2 minutes left. I'd like to know what 4350 TV can do for the Backscratchers.
Well, Dave, I think you've got a great product, and I think people need to know about it. And you know,
If I can afford a website, I'd have one. One word.
I'll give you a quote, I'll come on full talk.
but you know, and I'd love to come and just set the tripod up and just film you wrapping one of these things and talking about it. It doesn't take long. You know, people say, I haven't got time. Well, I only want about 10 minutes, really.
Can I ask you a question? Just something for you to think about, is that it used to be a saying that Kevin will relate to, that cash flow is king. Well, now content is king and cash flow is queen. I'm sorry to say, Kevin. What are you doing to protect the interviews that you do? Because in any venture like you're doing, content becomes critical. You run out of content very quickly. It seems like a crazy statement to make, but it will happen. Who owns the content that you're filming right now? Who has the rights to that content? Is it you, or is it the business owner, or do you have a commons?
Look, once it's published on Facebook, it's public domain.
No. It's not right. Go and do your research. I'm just asking you the question from your perspective. You're building a big vault full of content, and that's very, very valuable in the digital world. So, do you have a plan around that?
No, and that's probably something I should really take on board. Think about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, there you go. In trade, for the interview you do with him, you can take a little bit of mentoring.
No, that's for free.
For free.
Because my partner, she does that to me all the time. She challenges me. She goes, "Have you ever taken the name?" And I'm, you know, like, as me, she'd be right. And then a mate of mine said someone copied his name and actually registered.
Okay, well, right now, there would be nothing stopping me from going to your website where you post all your videos, downloading those videos, okay, and then I can reuse that content because you don't have any legal rights to stop me doing it.
Yep.
So you've done all the hard work, and now I'm going to do it smarter, and I'm going to use your content to do it. How does that sound?
It doesn't sound right. No.
He's in discussion with us, so don't touch it. It's not legal advice.
I've got real lawyers on that.
Okay, we have run out of time, and I believe that the very next interview Daryl should do is with the chairman of the Backscratchers in about 3 minutes' time. And that can go in as a 4350 thing one day soon. Okay.
Well done, mate. Thank you.